In Dangam District, eastern Afghanistan, the U.S. Army's 173rd Airborne Brigade is on its way to a meeting with district officials. To reach the meeting, the soldiers must cross a wide riverbed. Previously, this would have been a problem. On several occasions, the Taliban have ambushed vehicles mired in the riverbed's rough terrain. The lightweight standard-issue Humvee is vulnerable to enemy fire, and the heavier mine-resistant ambush-protected truck, or M-RAP, is too top-heavy for steep inclines. Fortunately, the troops of the 173rd Airborne have just received their first all-terrain vehicle version of the M-RAP, the M-ATV. The 30-ton vehicle is nimble enough for rough terrain and sufficiently armored to deflect all but the biggest bombs. The M-RAP vehicle has its roots in the Iraq War. Improvised explosive devices wreaked havoc with the boxy M1151 Humvees. With their V-shaped bottoms, the M-RAPs deflected blasts and saved hundreds of American lives. But in Afghanistan, the M-RAPs tended to roll over on mountain roads, so the Pentagon awarded a $4 billion contract to build a version with a lower center of gravity and improved suspension. The first of 6,000 M-ATVs arrived in Afghanistan late last year. At Bagram Airfield outside Kabul, Sergeant First Class Randy Geringer helps train 82nd Airborne Division soldiers to drive the M-ATV. Geringer has nothing but praise for the vehicle.
The M-RAP all-terrain vehicle for this type of terrain, I feel, is more versatile. With the central tire inflation system, it's a more rugged vehicle, and I think it would handle the terrain a little bit easier than some of the other vehicles.
But in addition to their high cost, 3 times that of a Humvee, the M-ATVs are mechanically complex. Staff Sergeant Richard Green, an 82nd Airborne Division mechanic, found this out firsthand when he accidentally damaged his unit's first M-ATV.
There's a nut on the inside of the oil pan, and the bolt came out, but the nut wasn't welded correctly to the oil pan, so the nut fell off. Bolt comes out and there's no way to hold the oil back in, so we had to pull the entire pack out, transmission and the engine, to replace it.
The M-ATVs are also a major logistical challenge. The Pentagon transports them by air in order to meet the high demand, adding a 10% premium to the vehicle's cost. Then, it can take a team of 10 people several hours to unload a shipment of 5 M-ATVs. On a 747 freighter, there are just centimeters of clearance between the M-ATVs and the plane's sides. In combat, the frontline soldiers don't care about the M-ATV's logistical burden. They only care that it's safer and better protected than other vehicles.
I would feel more confident and comfortable and safety-wise going outside the wire in one of the M-RAP vehicle variants than I would the 1151.
And it gets them where they're going. David Axe for VOA News, Bagram.